running through my mind all day, waiting for her show to play. Turn your radio on, she's gonna play your favorite song.
Good morning and welcome to the Brandi Show. Good morning and welcome to Operation Growth with Coach Brandi. And today we are joined by my better half. Sometimes.
Other half.
Sometimes the leading man, Kerwin Thompson. We are thrilled to have him here
Most
today.
handsome half.
Most handsome half. That would be true. And what half am I? But what half am I? Why you advertising?
You're the better half. Most gorgeous, sexy, intellectual, fine, accomplished, diligent, alluring. Okay, you keep on touching my knee like that. We don't have no stroke.
We're about to talk about Valentine's Day and love and all that surrounds Valentine's Day for so many of you out there around the world. And what love was like, or love day was like before this situation, and maybe after this situation.
How you gonna call me a situation? Situation?
This wonderful married.
There you go.
This blissful marriedness.
There you go.
So share with me what, from your perspective, Valentine's Day meant to you prior to having your forever.
Valentine's Day mean nothing to me. Let's just be real. Guys don't care about Valentine's Day. We don't. It's just not our thing. It's the holiday for the ladies. And you just have to meet somebody that you care about enough to see them happy on a particular day, that Valentine's Day, to care about the holiday. That's it.
Well, Valentine's Day for us ladies means wanting to be wooed and desired and sent beautiful gifts to. And for me, prior to you, it was a lot about self-love and showering love on myself so that when the one came along, he would do the same. So sorry that Valentine's Day didn't mean anything to you. So now, what does it mean now?
What does it mean now? Well, what I said, it's not really my day. It's your day. I want to make sure that you have all the things that you want on Valentine's Day. But it seems forced and artificial to me if you're not doing those things year round. So that's what I try to do. I try to make Valentine's Day happen 7, 8, 9, 10 times a year.
Which you do very well.
Thank you very much.
You do extremely well.
Right.
I am a fortunate lady.
So never ever do you have to think on Valentine's Day that I'm just giving you something because it's expected of me, because Cupid says so, because the economic system says so. Mm-hmm. We do our Cupid shuffle whenever we want.
Okay.
Now, Keith.
Okay. You pushing me off my screen now. So I had to do your dance. So Valentine's Day for the rest of the world, though, still means a great deal. And people spend lots of money on Valentine's Day buying all manner of things for their significant others to prove that they love them, when in actuality, the proof of love, as you said, is every day.
Year round.
Through actions.
Yes, not through your words. I mean, words are cool. Words are important, but not the most important. Not the most important. Right? Absolutely. You gotta show it, dog. You gotta show it. You know what I'm saying? If you would just dogging your lady year round, and then you pop up on Valentine's Day, big old bouquet of flowers and chocolates and whatever. Thank you. You don't get that face, because she know you don't mean it. You've been told that you got to do it on this particular day, so she gonna try to half-ass enjoy this day, because she got another 364 days of hell starting tomorrow, messing with you.
And there you have it, ladies, from the man's perspective. So now that we've been married for almost 3 years,
2.5.
What does love look like?
What does love look like?
Mm-hmm.
Love is selflessness. In a word,
mm-hmm.
It is selflessness. You know, it's all the things in 13th chapter of First Corinthians.
Mm.
You know, it's patient, it's kind, it endures all things, bears all things. And in order to do that, it has to be selfless. Being selfless allows you to do all those things.
Did you know that before?
No. Which hair is that? That's that gray one right there. You see that gray one right there? That's that lesson.
That one.
Yeah.
Just that one. Yeah. Okay.
Once I learned that lesson, that hair.
So what else have you learned about love since being married? Because a lot of people want marriage. Mm-hmm. Like, once I get married, everything will be fine in my life and love will be all beautiful and amazing. But what does that mean to you now?
There's been so many lessons that I've learned where I knew the lesson, but I didn't know the lesson. Somebody had told me, when when you meet the right woman. Somebody had told me that marriage is work. Somebody had told me that marriage is about compromise, right? You hear all those things and you understand English, but you don't know until you in it. You know what I mean? You understand what it looks like every single day to compromise, every single day, to be selfless, every single day to work at it. Because I get on her nerve. I do. And she's so sweet, so patient, so kind, so compassionate.
I have nerve jumping moments.
She put in work messing around with me.
It's worth it.
I compromised though.
What'd you compromise on?
Space. You have all the space. You have all the space.
I have all the space.
I gotta leave the house if I want to elbow room. But it's COVID, so I can't go nowhere. So I'm trapped up in the house. Free me. Free me.
That's not true.
Okay.
Howsoever, love is also supporting each other in our work and what we do, and not being selfish.
Indeed. Helping each other reach our goals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
2 heads better than 1.
We're learning that more and more.
4 eyes are better than 2.
We're learning what you're better at, what I'm better at, and how we can commingle those areas to be more successful individually and collectively.
Sometimes you need somebody to pick you up and wipe your boo-boo. You know what I'm saying? put the little red stuff on your wound. What's the red stuff grandma used to put on your it used to sting like hell?
I had calamine lotion. I don't know what you're
No,
talking
not the
about.
calamine lotion. Somebody out there, y'all know the red stuff that come in the little brown bottle, scrape up your knee, they pour it on you. Then they blow on it.
Alcohol?
It
No.
probably has some alcohol in it, but it clean you right on up, but you can't, nobody lifts you off. You can't lift yourself off the sidewalk and dock your arm. Grandmama got to come out there and lift you on up, dust you off. I mean, that's what good marriage is like. You have bad days sometimes. Things that put you in tears. And I have to pick you up, dust you off, and put you in the ring. Tell them go get him again. And you do the same thing.
And sometimes I don't want to go. Sometimes I'm like, no, I'm staying out here with you. Not going back. Bump them. Anywho, love.
That's love.
That's love. 365.
And it ain't gotta be hard, right? You ain't gotta overcomplicate things. Like that's enough to deal with in and of itself. Don't take on extra stuff thinking that's what love is. Love ain't no more deeper than that.
No, it's a true partnership. It's deciding that you're going to be in true partnership with someone else.
Yes.
In all areas of your life.
You have to be considerate of your partner.
Yes.
That was one thing that we had to learn because we were single for so long. We got used to doing things how we want to do things and when we want to do things and not reporting to nobody or having to tell anybody where we going or what we doing, who we doing it with or any of that stuff. And we really don't lean on each other like that because it's just uncomfortable. You got to have trust in your partner, but just be considerate, like if she disappeared and was gone for like 16 hours, I'd be concerned. But she told me, hey, honey, I'm going shopping.
16 hours later.
16 hours later, I ain't tripping. Let's see you when you get home.
No, that's true. So I want to talk about something.
What you want to talk about?
The juice cleanse.
Oh, Lord.
What did we learn from the juice cleanse? The 21 days of juice and healthy foods that I brought into the home to improve the Thompson clan.
Man, nothing good comes without suffering. Let me tell y'all something, man. This 21-day cleanse that we was on was a surprise. You hear me? I ain't know this thing was coming.
Can you read it email or remember what I said?
I was dealing with a head cold and chest cold when the cleanse started. I didn't even know the cleanse had started. I didn't even know we was doing the cleanse. So the first 2 days of cleansing, I'm supposed to be eating food and stuff, but I'm not eating food because I wasn't feeling well, blah, blah, blah. I started feeling well on day 3. Well, day 3 is the start of 3 days of liquids, no food. And she comes in with this green juice, talking about, here you go, here's breakfast. Yeah, you talking about? Oh, you can't have no food for 3 straight days. I wish you would have told me. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't have no coffee. I ain't have no food. We cut out the liquor. All that. Liquor wasn't a big deal. Oh, I'm so irritable now. So irritable without it. And then the hunger pains while we going through this.
But he was so mellow. You didn't get super amped.
It's because I love
you. I love you too.
It took everything in me. Like esterol. On the outside, I was cool. On the inside, I was damn. But I got that flat tummy now. Got that flat tummy now. I show y'all, but I only need one wife. All the rest of y'all, I can only afford one. Like, you just have to imagine, but it's.
See, it was good for you.
In the end.
In the end.
But I suffered for it. Lord have mercy.
But it taught us some lessons. It taught me a lesson about communication and what actual communication is. Maybe the email and the conversation wasn't sufficient. There needed to be more communication up to and including. And there should have been a conversation about, this is a cleanse I think we should do. Would you like to do it?
I would have appreciated that.
That's how we learn to love better.
Yeah, love better.
Love better.
Learn to love better.
So for all of you who are out there looking for that special someone in your life, these are some lessons that we've learned that hopefully will help you. But on this Valentine's Day, I encourage you to look inward for self-love. So what do you think you needed to do? Like, what work did you need to do before you could even be open to love someone else?
First, I had to realize that I had work to do.
Ooh.
That was the thing. Out. Once I made up my mind that marriage is something that I wanted, I'm going out looking for it. Couldn't find it. Just because you want something don't mean you're ready for it. And the universe ain't gonna give you nothing until you're ready for it. Then I had to realize, it took a long time to realize I wasn't ready for it. And so what I did, once I realized it, stopped looking for it and worked on me. Worked on becoming the best version of myself that I could be. I figured once I got to that point when I was ready for a wife, the wife would come. That's exactly what happened. She came out of nowhere. Nowhere.
And so did he. He just showed up at the door. Whoosh, and there he was. So I would echo the sentiment. I would echo that sentiment because I had to do my own work and start to think about my priorities and what I really wanted. And there was a time that my dad actually told me that I wasn't ready. And I was not happy with him. Like, how can you tell me, a woman of my caliber, I'm not ready for marriage? But I wasn't at that point. And I can see that now. And so
I mean, it's like a 20-year-old telling a 40-year-old what's happening. You know what I'm saying? The 40-year-old has been 20 before. The 20-year-old ain't never been 40. They don't know nothing about that life. And your father had been married before, and that marriage didn't work out. Then he got married again to your mother, and they've been married for 30 years, 40 years.
I think they're about to hit 40.
About to hit 40 years. So he done figured it out now. He realized where it went wrong the first time. You know what I'm saying? And how to make it right the second time. He was trying to impart that wisdom onto my wife prior to her being my wife. She ain't know nothing about that.
No. So what does it look like to have those types of figures who can impart wisdom into your life as it relates to love?
Invaluable. Absolutely invaluable. Like before I got married, I got like some counseling. And I ain't talking about sitting down on the couch with a therapist type of counseling. No. I just went down, sat down with the OGs who've been married for 40 years. Black men who've been married to Black women for 40 some years. And I talked to them about what I should not do. Best advice ever. Most times it didn't cost me nothing. Every now and then it cost me a bottle of bourbon. But it's invaluable advice.
But a lot of us are going to informal, getting informal advice from a lot of different people, and they aren't people who have been successfully married.
Correct. Meaning they don't know what to talk about. They don't know what they're talking about at all. Yeah. It's careful who you take counsel from. Always consider the source.
And what their relationship status looks like and what they've been through. Doesn't mean they can't offer you anything. It just means that they can't offer you what you need about that marriage.
Well, they can only explain the things that they understand.
Mhm.
You know.
Mhm. And even now, I am careful about the advice and the counsel that I take as it pertains to love and my husband. Because the other thing that I think is important is each person and each couple is different
Mhm.
in how we approach things. And so there is no rigid, just like there's no rigid way of parenting, there's no rigid way of being in a loving partnership. So, I hope these are good tips that you all will take from my husband, because getting him to come here and be on the show is very important to me, but not his favorite thing in the world.
It's early in the morning, y'all. I sacrificed my beauty sleep to be here with y'all. Lord knows I don't like getting up early. I'm a night owl. I love y'all. I really do, from the bottom of my heart.
And we want them to find love now, don't we?
Spread. Spread. Throwing rose petals at you. Throwing love, rose petals. Cupid arrows. Your way. Make you find love. Make.
This Valentine's Day and every Valentine's Day. And it's really not just about the day, it's about the feeling, the expression of love. And what I will say is that when you find it, don't delay. Hold on to it. Treat that person with honor and integrity and respect so that you can both figure out where you are in your trajectory. I know for us, we moved maybe in ways that people would think was fast.
Ways I would think was fast.
But we knew.
It don't take all day to recognize sunshine.
Yeah,
When it's right, it's right.
And conversely, when it's wrong,
you know it.
Get the heck on.
You know it. You got that thing just gnawing at the inside of you. You know how pretty she is, how handsome he is. There's just something about him. It's on your last. And you just can't take it no more. It's time for you to go. It's time for you to go.
Oh, and in particular for Valentine's Day, if you're waiting, trying to figure out whether they're going to show up, get you something, be there. If they're at the other woman's house or the other girl's house, or, just unavailable to you around the date of Valentine's Day, that ain't the one.
Or if they juggling their suitors, talking about you can bring the flowers by between 4 and 6.
We don't do that.
Get your refund on your roses. Get them roses to your mom. That's what you do.
We don't do that. Not the women I know. We don't do that.
Because you know really, really nice girls. You roll really, really nice girls.
I do.
Any of them single?
Yes.
If you're looking for a good woman, dial 1-800 Brandi's Friends. We'll hook you up.
That might actually be a post. I might make a post to refer.
Did you get my good side? Is this my good side?
To refer. Side? I actually think both of them are pretty good, but go on to the other side real quick. No, the other. Yeah.
That's my good side.
Yeah.
Okay. Next time y'all see me, I'm gonna be sitting in that chair. See how she doing.
I did you just fine. Mm-hmm. You know how to work your angles better than me. This is your profession. This your profession.
But
I'm up here just.
You did mention a good thing about what love is. Love shows up. No matter what day it is, no matter what the occasion is, love shows up. love remembers, you know. It ain't gotta be the big thing. It's gotta be, the little thing, you know. Your lady tells you she's going grocery shopping, and she's gone 2 hours. That means she got a whole lot of stuff. When you hear the garage door come up, take your ass downstairs to the garage and help her get them groceries out the car. Showing up.
Being on the Operation Growth Show.
Early in the morning.
Being a camera woman for the auditions.
And the reader.
I be showing up.
You be showing up for my auditions. You put in some work this week. You had a bunch of auditions this week. Good job.
That's how love rolls.
Tune in next week.
When we will talk about something totally different.
And whenever you want a good laugh, tune in to The Keenan Show on Monday evenings, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central.
It's amazing.
Funny show.
Watch season 2 in its entirety.
Start with season 1.
Yes, but watch season 2.
And then get to season 2. It gets better and better and better and better. Hilarious.
All the way to the end. I'll tell you what happens at the end.
Good stuff.
It's good stuff. I done learned all kind of things about Keenan.
But thank you for having me on your show. I appreciate it.
Well, what are you in?
What am I in?
What are you in?
Oh, if the people want to see me work.
If the people want to see you do your thing.
Turn on your HBO Max. Go to a show called Southside. Season 2, episode 7. Lawrence Clutterbuck is my character's name. You'll see me in that. That's out right now. And then coming out later this spring, early this summer, you will see me as King Silas on a show called The Quest. That's going to be on Disney Plus. Get your subscription if you don't already got it. You already got it, right? Because you're in the cool club. You already got it. Disney Plus, The Quest, King Silas series regular, boss. I mean, every episode, you're going to get a whole lot of me.
I call him King at home.
Well, that's what I am.
He's been having me to call him the King at home.
All
the time.
But I mean, seriously, when you think back to medieval shows, it's a medieval style show, right? You don't ever see no black people in show. You saw, what's his name? Morgan Freeman. You saw Morgan Freeman.
Morgan.
And Robin Hood with Kevin Costner. But that's it. You don't ever see no black people in no medieval. Well, you finna see some black people this time. And this one is sitting on the throne. Never in your life have you seen a black man on the throne in a medieval show. We breaking barriers, y'all. In 2022, we kicking down doors. Watch your boy get down.
We would like to thank King Silas, the leading man, Kerwin Thompson, for joining me today and sharing all about love. Love you, babe.
Love you too, babe.
Tune in next time.
See you later.
Join the Operation Growth Institute this month and every month for Black History Every Month, the history of Black people in America, 1619 to 2021. Receive the Black history education you did not receive in school. Each year during Black History Month, we try to cram 400 plus years of history in 1-hour programs, highlighting the accomplishments of a few without providing the proper context. So join us for an informative overview that you can use to build your knowledge of the history of Black people in America. This class is open to all. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know if you have an Operation Growth moment that you would like us to feature right here on the Operation Growth Show. Use hashtag Operation Growth and tag us at Brandi Richard Thompson or at Operation Growth. We get stories from all over the place and we would love to hear from you. Join us next week when we will discuss generational baggage to generational blessing here on Operation Growth. The Operation Growth Show is looking for guests just like you. So if you're interested in sharing your expertise or you're interested in sharing your product or service right here on the Operation Growth Show, let us know. We'd love to work with you.